Ladies and gentlemen, I want to use this opportunity to raise some concerns about an issue that I listened to on the Cliff Hughes nationwide program this morning. But first, let me say, wish Dr. Chang all the best in his health, because sickness has no name. Any one of us can go down any minute. And I wish you all the best, sir, because it's very evident that you came back from your surgery pretty healthy because you're back at work. And I just want to say, continue to recover, continue to get better, continue to secure that, be as healthy as you can. I want to take us back to an article that was published in the Daily Gleaner on February 24th of 2025. I'm doing this because, as I said, my program is all about watch what they do. We must watch what the politicians do, and we must watch what they say, because it's important for us to come together and to be able to share information so we can create a better understanding for ourselves. This article published in the Daily Gleaner, like I said, on February 24, 25, the headline read, "Choking on Crime." Choking on crime. Now, RJR and the Gleaner together commissioned Don Anderson to conduct a poll of Jamaicans to find out what is the most concerned issue they have at the time. 48% of the poll said that crime and violence were the most concerning thing to them at the time. Very, very important. Thus, the result of the police force or the government doing everything in its power to drive down crime. To drive down crime. I'm saying this on the backdrop of Mr. Dr. Chang's speech this morning, highlighting that he's upset. The interview he gave to Nationwide, he's upset and he's tired of people saying the police force is not doing a good job. But I'd like to let Dr. Chang knows one thing. You have a right to say what you're saying, sir, and Jamaican for Justice has the right to publish their assessment and criticize and critique the police force. They have a right to do it. Anyone and all of us have the right to do it. Tired as you may of hearing it, upset as you may be, sir, that's neither here nor there for the general public, and it shouldn't be for Jamaica for Justice either. You mentioned that they are surviving not just the Jamaican for Justice, but other civil organizations like that, who are critiquing the police force. They are living off blood money. Now, as the Minister of National Security, and you have that information, I don't need to tell you what to do with it. You should know what to do with it. And we'd love to see you do what you do, that you should do with that information. But as I said, that article said, that's published on February 24th, Mr. Chang, or to all Jamaicans or whatever, stipulated and agreed that crime and violence was the most important concern to Jamaicans then. In the very same article, very same publication of that Gleaner on the 24th, when you look at the CPI, that is the country's perception index chart for corruption across the world, Jamaica was rated from 2017 to 2023. The corruption perception hasn't changed for Jamaica. It remained at 44% up to 2023. We are just 2 years out of that. Here's the thing. 100% mean you're totally clean. 0% mean you're totally corrupt. So we are even below 50%. So we're really on the corruption side of things, other country. Coming out of that article also was a speech, a comment made by Professor Anthony Clayton. He is the Professor of Caribbean Sustainable Development at the UAIC in Jamaica. He also served as Deputy Chairman of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Operational Reform Oversight Committee. And here is what he said on that day in the Gleaner. He asserted that corruption is the reason why the country is without the schools, the necessary schools, the amount of schools, the public and social infrastructure needed to divert the youths of today away from gangs, gang violence, gang relationship, and violent crimes. He also said that the government needs to place greater focus on resources and social intervention programs for families and children exposed to abuse and violent crimes, coupled by significant investment in schools and community. Now, how does this tie all into policing? What Professor Clayton explained here is the nest for producing criminals, the nest for producing gangs, the nest for producing violence, the nest for producing abuse. This is where the nest lies. The social infrastructure is absent. Government does nothing about it. But from 2025, a new drive was given to the police force to get rid of them. But I want to ask Dr. Chang one thing, because you feel upset on all of these things because JFJ commented about the police, criticized them or critiqued them about not doing a good job. It is good to kill out criminals, sir. It's always good to kill them out. But what is your government doing? What is your government doing to provide the network for the next generation of youths coming up, to divert them from gangs, gang violence, abuse, crimes? What is your government doing to divert the youths who are coming up from that? Because up to now, the nest remains in place. The nest in place from which all these criminal activities hatched, produced, was born, is still in place. Yet, you're bragging about the police doing a good job. What the police is doing, Dr. Chang, under your leadership, under the JLP leadership, under any leadership that comes together to create this, is killing out a nation while you have your guns pointed at the next generation coming up, because you're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing is in place to guide the next generation away from violence or crime. Now, I was surprised when I heard that you are Minister of National Security and Peace. I'd like to question, what is the peace part of your responsibility all about? Because how can you be reducing crime by killing out and arresting people and, bringing people to trial and all of these things, What has been put in place to create peace? And at what level are you talking about peace? And peace, who is targeted for these programs? I'd like to hear from you, Dr. Chang, which I know I won't. But I'd like to say to anyone who hear this, who see this video, please watch it to the end. Like, subscribe, and share this video. It is time we now start to take this politics serious. We must begin to take it. I've been saying this for about 2 years now. We need to do it. Because neither PMP nor JLP is going to do it for us. We have to move that needle or push them or force them to do it. I don't know what peace program you're talking about, Mr. Chang. I haven't heard it. I haven't said anything about it. And I think you are very disrespectful to the Jamaicans for Justice organization. You are very disrespectful, sir. And it doesn't matter how upset you are, it doesn't matter how vexed you are, it doesn't matter how tired you are of people critiquing the police force. You have no right to tell the Jamaican for Justice and other civil organization out there that they're living off blood money. If they're living off blood money, Dr. Aris Chang, the police, JCF, is living off blood money also. The police themselves are living off blood money. If the organization who critique the police are living off blood money, your organization, members of your organization also are living off blood money. A couple of years ago, now, the Ministry of Health came out and did some checks of jails and prisons right across Jamaica. And their findings, Mr. Chang, was the deplorable conditions under which people are detained and are expected to survive. The overcrowded situation in each jails across the country in which people, young men and women of such, are expected to survive. Even in prison, it's so overloaded. The Ministry of Health made it clear everything must be done to expedite trial, to find other ways and means and programs for people who commit lighter crime than all of these things, to have mediation or some way of paying back to society their debt. But everything must be done to reduce overpopulation in jails and prisons across Jamaica. What has the government done so far? So police is doing a good job. To do what? Good job to do what? To create health hazard in prison and in jails across the country? You call that a good job? A good job to kill out the criminals now while your guns are still pointing at the youths coming up because nothing is in place. Nothing is in place to divert them from the same criminal nest that gives birth to the present crop of criminals that we are fighting. Mr. Chang, you need to get yourself right and get yourself correct. I think you're losing it now, sir. As you said, this may be your last term or you may resign before the term is over. But you're losing it. I think you are losing it. And how can you be doing a good thing? Because, listen, by defending the police as doing a good job, you're automatically, by extension, defending your ministry and that of the government on a whole. But I don't understand, sir. And I'd like the government and yourself and all these brilliant ideas, people who have all these brilliant crime fighting plans to tell the nation. When you kill out one set of people and leave the other set, the younger set, coming up to fall in the same trap, what are you really doing? Because as long as the government is in place with a PNP or JLP, all they're going to do is shoot down youths. Those who can escape will find a way to escape, but those who can't, bam, bam, bang, bang, and you're out. Or you go to prison, you end up in an oversized prison. If you not sleep on top of man, somebody will sleep on top of you. Mr. Chang, wake up. Dr. Chang, wake up. I don't know if you recover from the sedation you went on during your surgery or whatever, you're still underneath it somehow. But wake up, get real. Get real. This is what I keep saying, that we must, as average people now, start to look at politicians for what it is. Don't hide behind the PNP banner. Don't hide behind the JLP banner. Come out from behind the banner. Come out from behind the both political parties' banner and look at politics for what it is. See ourselves as the victims of politics. What am I getting from it? Do I need a voice to help determine what we get out of politics? Do I need a voice so I can help to determine how I can help to determine that I have a safer and a better quality of life in my community or in our community? We need to get to that level, people. The crap you're talking, Dr. Chang, will satisfy your JLP supporter, will satisfy people who want to hear that. But I know deep down, you have no convincing argument that the police is doing a good job. Because one thing can't happen without the other. There's no way that can happen. But the police cannot be doing a good job if corrections are not doing a good job. That's one. If the courts are not doing a good job, or is the police doing a good job? It's a chain reaction, sir. Right along the spectrum of criminal justice, along the criminal justice spectrum, everything has to click, everything has to join, even victims who you people have as statistics, use as statistics and throw them away. And people have to move out of them community after giving evidence. Some of them have to hide and tell them story. And you're telling me police is doing a good job when the government itself not doing. All you're doing to the police is tell them to blam, 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 shoot and lock up. And you call that a good job because crime gone down, it drive fear in people. But walk down the street, Mr. Chang, and ask people if the fear of crime has disappeared. It has not. I just want to close by saying, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, you see this video, welcome to the Lenny Robbins YouTube show. Until next time, see this video, please like it, share it, subscribe. We want to grow this program. We want to grow this platform because I think in a real way so far, I've listened to some platform out there, but I think so far there's just a very few platforms who are striking it in the middle of the road. Independent, not leaning favorable to nobody or no side in this matter, because it's our existence. And this is why I'm asking you now. See this video, share it, like, please subscribe, share your comments, hit the comment column and tell us exactly what I've just said about Dr. Chang. If my assessment is wrong, let me know. If it is right, please comment. I welcome all comment. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica, blessed love. Thank you all. Next time, I leave you with this message. Peace and love for everyone.